All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I would like to start off by giving all praises, all honor, all glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakah HaKodash, or Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth. Peace and salutations to the elect, the 144,000 who are diligently pushing this word in all truth and in sincerity, risking life and livelihood, and pushing this word. All right. Shalom to the women and sincere women and sincere children who watch and who learn from these videos. All right. And the name of this lesson is going to be the all for the money Israelites. All right. The all for the money Israelites. Okay. And coming into this truth back in 07, 08, 09, you see a lot of, I've seen a lot of individuals come, all right, and a lot of these people are from the Christianity, all right, from Christianity. A lot of them are from the streets, okay. A lot of these people are, as the apostles would say, they're plants. Now, all the time, a plant doesn't have to be a person that has some type of police agenda. All right, there could be all different sorts of plants that are placed into this ministry. As the scriptures say, what if some, roughly paraphrasing it, because I'm driving now, but what if some did not believe? All right. But this thing is for the elect. All right. So the elect, okay, the elect are going to have faith in Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. All right. In this gospel. Okay, because in this thing you're gonna have men who are plants, who are pushing their agenda, and you're gonna have women who are in and trying to latch on to a man and empty out seeds of deception or unbelief or disbelief, okay, of doubt. Okay, women push doubt. A lot of men push doubt, disbelief. All right. From me dealing with a lot of relationships, you see how spiritually Satan is working on these people to just have a person just throw their hands up. The one to throw their hands up and say, hey, this is too much for me. I can no longer do this. All right. So, the spiritual, you can see the spiritual demon Satan to where, he's operating, on these 2/3 of these people. Okay. And on a lot of people, because, not being of the world, us not being of the world, causes conflict between, you and the people who are of the world. All right. Well, it doesn't cause conflict, but, you have a different walk. Your whole, movement is much different from the people who are in the world. Okay. And so they don't like that about you. All right. A lot of people want to be right. All right. They want to be right, okay, in you know, in whatever it is that they're pushing. All right. And a lot of times, you know, a lot of people are, you know, in this thing for financial or economic gain. Okay. And that's why, you know, you have so many scriptures where, you know, it's dealing with mammon. All right. You cannot love two owners. You can't serve Salakia. You can't serve two masters. Okay. For you would hate one and love the other. Okay. You can't love the Most High and mammon. All right. And a lot of individuals, okay, mammon is something that they can see. All right. They can see how it's working. All right. And, you know, and that's what they're, you know, mammon has always been what's led and motivated a lot of these people. This rapper, you know, I don't, you know, but this rapper who recently, you know, last 5-6 years lost his life, named Young Dolph. Okay, he had a song called "A Slave Owner." Okay, and the video was basically, you know, shot like Django Unchained. All right. Look at this, a coyote carrying something down the tracks, man. I don't know what he got, a little puppy, a dog, or something. He got something, man. Somebody lost, some Edomite dog just got snatched by a coyote. But anyway, you know, in this video that Young Dolph had, a slave owner, you know, basically, you know, they were trying to force him. They were trying to force him to sign this contract. All right, and that's what a lot of these Israelites in this truth have done. A lot of people. Okay, what the gospel of Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai is simple and easy, and you know, it's described as being, you know, the straight path. All right. Oh no. Okay, it's still recording. It's described as being the straight path. All right. And you know, the path of this world is not the straight path. The path of this world, that this world and the trajectory that the people, look it up, trajectory, all right, that the people of this world are on is a path of you know, they're two different paths. All right, they're opposite. Okay. And so the thing with people who are in the world, you know, they're controlled by money, or they're controlled by fame. All right. A lot of people want fame. You know, it's not always the money. Okay. It can be fame. All right. Lock it 1 second. 1 second. There's a song, all right, called Fame. All right. Just like this song. All right. All for the money. Okay. And the guy rapping, he looks like a car. Okay, MC8. he looks like a car, man. All right, with the hat on. All right, all for the money. All right. So, you know, when those guys even came into the truth, and hey, once they started getting just falling out, just with their own thing that they were pushing. Okay, I mean, honestly, me personally, I wanted the brothers. I honestly wanted the brothers to repent. Okay, but hey, I'm be honest. I actually kind of like the brothers. Okay, pause. All right, but no, the brothers, they were brothers, man. But you could see that those they were it was some worldly shit that was just too worldly. They had ambitions for money. Okay, and even this whole scandal. Okay, this whole scandal could be set up to where it is that they're trying to strip money. Okay, because I'll never forget, and it was not too long ago, Assad and Hakah had a conversation, and I believe it was in reference to Nathaniel 7, whereas Hakah told Assad, he said, hey, if you could prove that and bring that out, it's so many words, not word for word what he said, but he said, you could retire now, man, and you could write a book and retire, and so that's what these individuals, he said, you have enough money, to be set pretty much, all right, and that's what these individuals are, and I knew it, man, I knew it. I knew that they were, it was all about money, all right? And which, I've dealt with so many women, all right, who were, prophetess and, wanted to be ministers, all right? And the whole time their thing was money, okay? Foreign cars, all right? Foreign cars, the whole thing, houses, and the truth is, man, hey, if the Most High wants you to have those things, you'll have them. It's nothing for the Most High Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai to give you those things, but those things are not important, and the fact of the matter is this truth. The most important thing, the most valuable thing that we have is this truth. It's the gospel. Demons and devils, when I speak to them, they hit me all the time. What are you contributing? What are you contributing? What are you contributing? What are you contributing? Well, we're contributing to the kingdom. That's the most important thing, man. We're contributing to the new government. George Washington, okay? I'm not too much of a historian, but George Washington, when he broke apart from the British, all right, and was developing his own thing, all right, started developing, the pushing the deeds of the Illuminati, all right. He was looked down upon, man. That movement was looked down upon, and now look at what's become of it. All right? Look at what's become of it. All right? So, hey, our kingdom is coming, man. All right, and this is what it looks like in its development mode. All right, even then with George Washington, you know, you had what you would call turncoats, people who would, you know, who were act like they were with Washington and you know, be with the British, okay, sell out or, you know, whatever, for money and favor from, you know, from the king, okay, better a better life, and that's what these individuals are doing as well, okay. That's what they've done, all right, and not just them, all right. You have Nathaniel 7, all right. Now, you know, he's pushing, you know, Israel, okay. So he's, you know, but you know, he's taking away the name of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Now, he does say it every now and again, all right. He says it every now and again. But you're gonna get individuals who pop up like that. I remember there was a group called Prophet 619 or something like that back in the day, man. All right, and who I thought Alizar, I thought Alizar came from among them, or Hakar, one of them came from among them and then came to GMS. But I'm maybe not, okay, maybe not. But you know, his thing was money, and a lot of these individuals, you know, their thing is numbers and money, okay. And what does the scripture say? It feed me with the bread, and roughly paraphrasing, all right. Just, you know, may Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai just, you know, just keep us sustained, you know, to, you know, enough to push this truth, all right. To not be ashamed and pushing this word, okay. Because we stand for, you know, as you know, for Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Okay, these other people, you know, they're serving themselves. They're serving, you know, some sort of image. Okay, but we've given all of that, you know, all of that up, man. All right, we've given all of that up. All right. You know, we have to, you know, hey, everybody's going to suffer, man. Hey, look at, you know, these rappers, Puffy, and, you know, these individuals, they blow up. A lot of them, you know, they lose their lives, okay? They gain this fame, this fortune, and lose their life. Okay, the police come in, kicking their doors. So even with all these, you know, billies and all of that, billions that they have, and, you know, money, you know, yeah, and, you know, they could, you know, do a lot of things with the money that they have, but, you know, at the end of the day, it's nothing. It's nothing compared to what we're about to receive when Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai returns, man. Okay? It's not comparable. So, it was just a quick video, a quick lesson en route to the plantation, all right? I just wanted to, you know, put rebuke in on these individuals and on the Hakah side, and the whole Genesis, man. You know, rebuke them all, man. Okay, and people who are like-minded. Okay, again, you got women. Okay, a lot of these women are in the comment board, all in the inbox and the DM. Okay, you know, you're thirsty. Okay, for some box, and they're coming trying to, put seeds of, their own little seeds to try to trap you and ensnare you. All right? And a lot of you, you're going to be ensnared. They want to make sure you're going to take care of them and, this, that, and the other. All right? Make sure you're not, a stone cold, all right, GMS, all right, Israelite, all right? So they're going to, Satan's going to come and he's going to, sift a lot of these individuals. And that's what's ultimately happened. These individuals have been sifted, all right? Sifted on out, man. Sifted on out. So, hey, with that being said, on to the next one.